Good morning, everyone. I am waiting for the video to start. There we go. Good morning. I am so sorry for the technical difficulties. Seems to happen a lot, unfortunately. I get the live stream all set up and then I hit go live and it just doesn't want to work. So I am here. Thank you for joining me for story time live from the Charlestown Library. Yay! It's Monday morning story time. Okay. I've got comments, so I've got comments today. I can see your comments. So when you pop into the live, let me know you're here. Say hello down below, and I will ring my story time chime for you today. And I've got that right here. Good morning, Sarah and Melody. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. We've got some really good stories today, so thanks a lot. I really appreciate that. Let's see, who else do we have here? Okay. Hello, Melody. How are you? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know I did. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. There we go. I know I did. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today. Good morning, Lauren. I am back. I was saying that I get everything all set up and then click go live and then nothing happens. So, yay, thank you for joining me today. All right, let's go ahead and sing our opening song and we will get started. So here we go. Ready? If you know the words, sing along with me, and I know you know the words. All right, here we go. Come with me, it's story time, it's story time. I have a tale to tell, come sit with me a spell. It's so fun, it's so fun. Great job, everybody. Here's your round of applause. Yay! Fantastic. All right, we've got some great stories for you today. So it's the last day of February, and I can hardly believe it. I can hardly believe that tomorrow is going to be March already. I feel like yesterday was January. So we're going to celebrate, we're going to honor the last day of Black History Month today with some more Black History Month stories. Just to celebrate the month, we've got some we've got three really good books today. And so we're going to start with this book called Art from Her Heart. And this is about folk artist Clementine Hunter, and this is a very interesting story. And when I read it the other day, I was super impressed. So hello, everyone. If you're just joining, please let me know you're here. I will ring my story time chime for you. I hope that you will enjoy the stories today. We are celebrating Black History Month. So here we go. Art from Her Heart. All right. This says, Clementine waited until her work in the big house was done, and the twinkle of stars filled the night sky above the Cane River. She was ready to paint, like the artists she cooked and cleaned for on a Melrose plantation. So this is actually a true story. This is a nonfiction title. So I haven't read a nonfiction title in a while, and so I thought we would do that today. But she didn't wait for the perfect set of paints and canvas. She used the leftovers the artist gave her. Instead of canvas, she used window shades, glass bottles, black iron skillets, and old boards, whatever she could find. In the middle of her 100 years, Clementine Hunter had decided to paint. So isn't that interesting? She just used whatever she could find to paint on. That's very resourceful, right? No one gave her lessons. As a girl, she had never even learned to read or write. Clementine didn't like school and soon quit. She told her mama she'd rather pick cotton. And there she is. She was the oldest, but the smallest of her 6 brothers and sisters. Her nickname was Tibé, from the French words for little baby. Tibé means little baby in French. Hello! Oh, hello, Linda! Here's our story time! Thank you so much for joining today. We are continuing on. She called herself Clementine when she was old enough to pick flowers and haul them home in a cart. Look at those pretty flowers. So she gave herself the name Clementine. When Clementine decided to paint pictures, she didn't wait for the perfect art studio. While everyone was sleeping, she created bright-colored images in the dim kerosene light of her small cabin. There she is. She painted by candlelight, essentially, by kerosene light. I was talking about this with my husband the other day, how amazing it seems to me that everybody did everything by candlelight so long ago. She didn't want to travel and seek inspiration in foreign lands. She drew the pictures in her memory that were inside of her memory. Scenes of life on Melrose Plantation. Clementine thought back to days of dragging a 100-pound sack of cotton down endless rows while her children sat under a tree in the field. Memories of picking pecans in the fall in the big pecan groves to make extra money. Look at that. She remembered wash days spent over black wash pots and clothes flapping on a clothesline, long days of hard work and little pay, for sure. Hi there, Pete. Thank you for joining our story time today. The story time is just for you. Thank you. There were good times on the plantation, and Clementine recorded them also. Couples laughing and dancing on a Saturday night, like the dance where Clementine met her husband, Emmanuel. So that's her right there, and that's Emmanuel right there. Simple joys like scattering feed to a flock of hungry chickens, fishing for catfish and bream with a cane pole on the Cane River to cook at a fish fry. Clementine enjoyed fishing at the river with her grandson, but she always fished from the bank. She didn't like getting in boats. There she is. And she's just there fishing with that cane stick, isn't she? Clementine painted special times on the plantation too. Pictures of a couple on their wedding day, graduates waiting in line for their diplomas, a paper that Clementine didn't receive until the end of her years, and the children in white robes ready for their baptism in the Cane River. Her grandchildren walked into the water for their baptism. Happy days that Clementine loved to paint. There we go. Clementine didn't wait for the world to find her art. She hung a sign on her gate that read, "Art Exhibition, Admission 25 cents. Thanks." And there's the sign. People came to see her pictures pinned on a clothesline and bought them. Friends who recognized her talent gave her paints, paper, and brushes. They helped her find galleries that would display and sell her work. That is really cool. Years later, people lined up to see her artwork at a big museum in New Orleans, Louisiana. Good morning, Lisa. Thank you for watching today. Thank you for joining. Ringing my story time chime for you. And there's her art on display. It even has her name there, Clementine Hunter. Another gallery proudly displayed her work but refused to let her in the front door. She had to wait until after hours to enjoy her own pictures on display. But the laws that kept her out would soon be gone, like feed thrown to the chickens. The art that poured from Clementine's heart and mind gives us a window to her life on the plantation, a window we would have missed if Clementine Hunter had waited for the perfect time to paint. The end. And so here's some of her artwork. I know it's hard to see, but I would encourage you to come and check out this book because it's a really great story. And then here is a biography of Clementine Hunter. And it's a really great story. She received an honorary doctorate of fine arts from Northwestern State University in 1986. And she was born in 1886. So she was 100 years old. She lived to be 102, actually. So she was 100 years old when she got her doctorate. Isn't that interesting? All right. Art from the Heart, folk artist Clementine Hunter. I hope you really liked that one because I really liked that one. Whoa, that one just kind of slid across the table there. All right, let's check the comments here. Hello, Christy. Thank you for joining. We've got lots of people watching story time today. I'm so grateful that you all are here today. Christy, let us know who's watching with you. She is very inspiring. Yeah, it was just such an inspiring story. Yeah, she just didn't wait. She didn't wait for, an opportunity to come to her. She went out and got it. So I love that. All right, we are going to tell a couple of jokes today. I've got this book from the library, the craziest riddle book in the world. And I've marked a couple of spots here, obviously. So let's see. The first joke actually I'm going to tell is not from the book. I wrote it down. But I thought it was really cute. Okay, why do bees have sticky hair? Why do bees have sticky hair? I'm going to give you a few minutes to answer, a few seconds to answer. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use honeycombs. That's a good one. Because they use honeycombs. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. We're going to move on to our next story. And this one is called Clean Your Room, Harvey Moon. Now this is fiction, but it is written by a Black author named Pat Cummings. And it's a rhyming story, so I hope you will really enjoy it. Okay, here we go. Clean your room, Harvey Moon. Here we go. That kitty on top of the TV. This is an old book, as you can tell. This TV here. Actually, let me see when this was written. When this was published. 1991. 1991. On Saturday morning at 10 to 9, Harvey Moon was eating toast, waiting for the cartoon show that he enjoyed the most. I was going to say, it looks like a little mouse there, but it's a wind-up mouse. That must be the cat's toy, huh? With only minutes left to go, he heard the voice of doom. Today, young man, his mother said, is the day you clean your room. Not now, moaned Harvey. Red in the face, I'll miss Rotten Ed and invaders from space. Right this second, she ordered, and gave him the broom. Harvey marched angrily up to his room. He doesn't want to clean it, does he? It really didn't seem messy at all. I mean, does that look messy? First, he'd throw his dirty clothes out in the hall. Under the bed was an ice cream smeared shirt, jeans that had what Mom called ground in dirt. True, the book isn't that old, but I mean, more than 30 years old. That's pretty good. Okay, so actually I wanted to look at this picture a little bit more. So, yeah, he's got quite a messy room there, doesn't he? Two towels and swim trunks that seemed to be wet. 3 socks he sniffed and found weren't dirty yet. Under the dresser was a lump, warm and gray, that he didn't recognize, so he put it away. Which, that I think is the gray lump. That seems practical, right? The floor of the closet had clumps, hard and dirty, of t-shirts and sweatshirts. It was 10:30. Harvey panicked, then thought, I should be through soon. I'll eat lunch while I watch Creature Zero at noon. Okay, so it's 10:30. He's going to eat lunch at noon. He's got an hour and a half to go. But look at that closet. What a mess. Grabbing marbles and crayons and flat bottle caps, 2 of his own special lightning bug traps, the softball he couldn't find last Saturday, 1 toothbrush, 1 helmet. He put them away. Is he putting them away? What is he doing with his stuff that he's finding? It looks to me like he's shoving it under his rug. Is that a rug there? But look at that sweet little cat. I'll clear out these toys, and then I'll be done. Ken's Kung Fu Corner will be on at 1. Under his desk were some comics, all icky, from something inside that was dripping and sticky. Ew, look at that. Ooh. He found library books he'd forgotten he had. His skates from Aunt Sarah, his bow tie from Dad. He found a caboose that was missing its train, a whistle, paintbrushes, a map of the brain. If you find library books around your house that you've forgotten you had, you can return them and you won't get charged any late fees at the Charlestown Library. Just throwing that out there. He found sneakers and card games. Up under the bed, goggles, flippers, and a grasshopper dead. A long-lost cookie, all fuzzy and gray. Yuck. plastic cars, boats, and planes, and he put them away. Is he putting them away? I don't think he's putting them away. Just then, Harvey happened to notice the clock. "It's almost 2, Harvey shouted. He went into shock. "I missed Caveman Capers on Channel 9. I'm starving. I'm tired. This room looks fine." That's a big clock, isn't it? He put up his bathrobe, his bat, and his football with a few other things. Then he ran down the hall. Shouting, "Mom, I'm finished!" Harvey put back the broom. His mother stepped cautiously into his room. "I'm really amazed," his mom said. Harvey beamed. He could watch TV now. He was through, so it seemed. "I fixed you some lunch," she said. "When you are done, you and I will get started on lump number 1. Because look what he did. He just took all of the stuff in his room and stuck it under this rug. And it made all these lumps. The end? I don't know. I'll have to look and see if there's a book after this about Harvey Moon. That was a cute one. I really liked it. Does your room look like that? Does your room look like that? Do your parents or your grown-ups that you live with have to tell you to clean your room? I hope not. All right, I'm going to check the comments here, see how we're doing. Okay. All right, I've got another joke. This one does come from the book. Let's see if I can. Oh, here we go. I think I may have told this one before, but I'm not sure. I just thought it was cute. And it says, "What does a frog order at a fast food restaurant?" What does a frog order at a fast food restaurant? Anyone? Hello, hello. If you're just joining us, please leave a comment. Let me know you're here. Melody said, that she doesn't have a clean room. Oh no. Melody, you gotta pick up your toys. You gotta pick up your toys. Right? I understand. Rooms never get that bad, but I'm surprised at the mess someone so little can make. Agreed. I agree with you. Okay, so what does a frog order at a fast food restaurant? Ready? A burger and flies. A burger and flies. That's from the What's Cooking chapter of the joke book. We'll have some more jokes from this book in the coming weeks. All right, we've got one last story for you today. I hope you all are liking this story time. This one is called Mama, Where Are You From? And this is by Marie Bradby. And this book was written by her to answer some questions that her son had for her. So she wrote this book to answer some questions for her son. And this one was published in 2000. So it's 22 years old. All right. And the illustrations in this book are fabulous. Fabulous. All right, here we go. Mama, where are you from? Where are you from, Mama? I'm from Monday mornings, washing loads of clothes in the wringer washer. and peach baskets full of laundry to hang on the clothesline, strung from tree to tree. The sun bleaching the sheets, the wind whipping them dry. So here we have the laundry machine, the wringer washer, as she calls it, and the washboard here. That's amazing. I am from beans, green, lima, and pea, picked. Sorry, the ring light is glaring off the page here and I can't really see. Picked, strung, snapped, and shelled into pans, then put on the stove to simmer for an hour. Wow. I am from peddlers, driving a creaky old wagon with a big old horse and calling up and down the street, "Fishman, fishman, I've got fresh trout, spots, and croakers today. Fishman, fishman." "When did you get them?" my mother would ask. "They're real fresh. They came in on the dock early this morning." "All right," she'd say, "I'll take some croakers." Croakers are a fish, by the way. I had to look that up because I didn't know what a croaker was. It's called a croaker fish. Calling, "Ragman, ragman, got any rags to sell? 10 cents a pound." My mother would give him a bundle of worn-out clothes and later stash the money in the cookie jar. How cold and snowy it must be. Calling, "Iceman, iceman." If it was real hot, we would get 2 blocks of ice, and Mama would crack it with a pick and give me the chips to suck on. Okay. Excuse me. "Mama, where is that place?" "Where is that place, Mama?" It's where the edge of town met the countryside, where the city sidewalk ended, and chickens ran through yards, where families grew into a neighborhood as close as a knit sweater, where we threw up a hand to everyone we saw, where I saw Miss Mary passing our house in the morning on her way to work, and Mr. Thompson coming home from baking bread all night. It says, "Threw up a hand to everyone we saw." What do you think that means? What do you think that means? Throwing up a hand. It means waving. That's right. It means hello, saying hello, greeting everyone. It's where the school bus took my older brothers and sisters way across town, past school, after school, until it came to a school where all the children were brown, some light, some dark, some in between. Look at that stove right there in the middle of the classroom, keeping them warm. Where days took their time and morning lay on the rolling hills as long as she pleased, where I played under a gumball tree that took up the whole sky. Look at that. That is a big tree. And wondered why Miss Mary cleaned someone else's house, why the sidewalk ended at the edge of my neighborhood, and why my brothers and sisters didn't go to the school right up the street. Where afternoons my brothers delivered newspapers and I sprinkled and rolled up clothes while my sister pressed with 2 flat irons, one to use, the other to heat up on the stove and be ready when the first one went cold. Where everything we wore and used was starched and ironed, even dish towels and underwear. Wow. So they used 2 irons. They would heat up one, use it, put another one on the stove to heat that up when this one went cold, and then they would just switch back and forth. Where Friday evenings we fried fish outdoors and my cousins would come over with cherry pie and ice cream. We would sit around tubs of iced sodas in the backyard, and Daddy would say to Cousin Albert, "What'll you have?" That looks like a great party, doesn't it? Where we children played 1, 2, 3 red light, while the adults listened to ball games on the radio, the Washington Senators and the Baltimore Orioles, where Daddy played his old Duke Ellington and Count Basie records, and we danced in the shadows, switching our hips, popping our fingers, and pretending to be adults. They look like they're having so much fun. Mama, can I go there? Can I go there, Mama? Yes, we can travel through roads in my memory. Let's see, up the stairs, sliding down the hall, passing beds full of children, heads full of new dreams, and nights full of stars. Yes, I am that morning washing, bean snapping, wagon watching, tree swinging, Miss Mary waving, brown bus riding, clothes sprinkling, croaker eating, red light playing, finger popping, star dreaming girl. That's where I'm from. This is a great story also. Mama, where are you from? This is by Marie Bradby. So I encourage you to come and check out some of these books. They're so great. And yeah, just wanted to show them one more time. Lots of talks about memories today, right? Yeah. Because that's how history lives on, isn't it? All right. Well, that is it for story time today. I wanted to thank you all for watching. Thanks, Sarah. I mostly get them out of books that we have in the library because we have a lot of joke books for kids here. So, but yeah, that's all we have for story time today. Don't forget to come back on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. We have a bedtime story time for you to just get you nice and relaxed and settled before bedtime. And come join me again next week on Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. I think that is all that we have for this week. So let's go ahead and sing our closing song, shall we? And if you know the words, then you can sing along with me. And I am pretty positive that you know the words. I need to check and make sure that I know the words. All right, ready? Here we go. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you soon, big baboon. In the morn, unicorn. Gotta go, buffalo. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. Wave bye-bye, butterfly. Out the door, dinosaur. Roar! All right. Thank you all for joining me today. I thoroughly enjoyed this last story time of February. Tomorrow will be March, and we're just trucking right along. So I will see you all next week. You guys have a wonderful week and be kind to one another, and we will see you soon. Bye, friends.